Greetings. So, here I am on my movies and television channel. Um, I'm better known as the hockey guy, but I enjoy movies and television. Here's the problem I've had. Over the last year, since I started up a new relationship, which has led to a wedding ring, time has been of the essence. There hasn't been a lot of time. Watching TV has kind of fallen by the wayside, so I've fallen behind on a lot of my favorite shows. I also have not been able to watch shows that I want to watch. So, in order for people to not start asking in the comment section below, first off, I don't like Game of Thrones. I've tried twice. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I don't watch it. I want to watch Riverdale. I want to watch Glow. I want to watch Stranger Things. I watched the first couple episodes of Stranger Things, and I just didn't have time. And I watched the first 2 seasons of Orange is the New Black. I watched the first episode of the 3rd season, and I'm way behind. So those will not be on the list because I can't attest to the quality of these shows. I've heard good things about all of them. Orange is the New Black was really good in the 1st season. It dragged in parts of the 2nd season. Looks like it's kind of building up in the 3rd season, but I don't know. This over here, making sure you guys can all see it. These are the shows that I consider myself to watch enough to say, yes, these are my 10 favorites. You're not going to see certain shows in here that I still watch regularly, but I don't think the quality is as good. That's Simpsons. That includes South Park. South Park's close, though. They get an honorable mention just for member berries. And Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory, the quality of that show has gone so far downhill over the last couple of seasons. And it is just begging to be axed. Another one that I didn't put on the list that I really liked the first couple of seasons was New Girl. Zooey Deschanel. What's not to love about Zooey Deschanel? She's gorgeous. She's funny. She's a good actress. She's a great singer. And the show just kind of went for me. Because as soon as Schmidt got the woman of his dreams and this was cheating on her, I'm like, no, you're now changing the way the character works because you want to create conflict. You're not allowing the character to organically evolve. You're having him devolve into what he was at the start of the 1st season so that it's funny. And they put Nick and Jesse together, and I'm like, all right. And then they broke them up right away, and I'm like, no, nuh-uh, no. I understand the appeal of the show being that Zoe's single and she's bouncing from relationship to relationship, but I never bought the whole Nick and Jesse are together and now they're broken up. I just didn't buy it for a second. And then they brought in Coach, and I'm like, what? Why is there another guy? They don't need more people. It's Transformers all over again. Why are there more robots? I don't know what's going. Why the storyline's stupid enough? Why are there more robots? I said that out loud during the second Transformers movie in the theater. Why are there more robots as they came down from space? We don't need more robots. Okay, so if I had to, and I believe I've got 10 here. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I got 11. I got 11. So I have to eliminate one before I even get to the top 10. And that is tricky. I'm going to take Modern Family out. Modern Family I really enjoy. Don't get me wrong. I almost dropped my marker, but since I'm not doing a hockey video, I didn't actually drop it. Modern Family is a very funny show, but I can easily forget that it's on. So, for number 10, I'm going to go the easy route here. And I'm going to have Mystery Science Theater 3000. I love Mystery Science Theater 3000. I like the new cast. I like Jonah. I like a lot of what's going on. But I watched about half of this season, and I haven't watched the other half. And I'm kind of like not really concerned with it. It's a good show. I enjoy it. I recommend it to anybody who hasn't watched it. The classics as well. Manos Hands of Fate is still... If you can get through Manos, the Hands of Fate, on Mystery Science Theater, you are officially a Misty. If you can't, I don't blame you. It's really horrific. And the original movie without the robots and Joel, I don't think anybody could get through that. I don't even think the cast from that movie could get through that. Especially the couple pretending to be making out the front seat. That's just so weird. It's just strange. Okay, if I had to go with the 9th, this is where people are going to start getting upset with me. Because I really didn't expect this show to be number 9, and that's Twin Peaks. I get it. Okay, David Lynch is in this whole creative sphere. He's never been able to tell the story the way he wants to tell it. I'm just not enthralled with it. There's a lot of throwaway storylines. There's a lot of throwaway characters. There's a lot of needless violence. There's a lot of nothing going on, and I just want things to... I don't necessarily want things back the way the series used to be. I think that's boring. But I'd like to see the series be, I don't know, cohesive. And I'm being serious. I'm being honest. To me, it doesn't seem like certain scenes belong with others, and certain characters don't belong, and there's certain aspects that have been thrown in that feel like they're from another universe, and it just, for me, it doesn't work. But it's still top 10 because it's still fun to watch from time to time. I have to admit, I'm way behind on it. Number 8. This would have been number 1 years back, many years back. I started watching Supernatural again this season. What I like with Supernatural is it's like a soap opera. You can skip a season, turn it on, and know exactly what's going on. Because nothing really on the show ever changes. Dean and Sam are always screwed up. They did something stupid, and hell's going to destroy them for it. But hell never gets them. There's always an antagonist in an episode that could just kill Sam and Dean and solve their entire problem. But for whatever reason, talks to them until Sam and Dean figure out a way to kill them. It's very much, it's like Scooby-Doo. Supernatural's the modern Scooby-Doo. If villains could just say, if I shot him in the face, I get off scot-free, right? Oh, well, I'm just going to talk to him instead. I'm a demon from hell, but I'm stupid. And it's not what it was. To me, the only seasons of Supernatural that I own are seasons 1 to 5, because to me that was the original canon, and anything that's happened since then has kind of felt like fan fiction. There's been some really good stuff, but there's some really good fan fiction out there too. Number 7, and I put this at 7 because I haven't watched any of this season, and it comes and goes for me. Killjoys, it's just... There are times where, like, I have Dark Matter up here and Killjoys down here, and then they switch spots. And to me, the way that Killjoys ended last season was kind of a downer. And I didn't really get it. There's a lot of parts of Killjoys that I started going, wait, what's going on with Devin? Okay, that makes sense. Why is Johnny stupid today? Johnny wasn't stupid yesterday. And then they killed off a couple characters I really like. They appear to have the vagina curse, which is cursed Supernatural. I'm not making that up. If you're a woman on Supernatural, you're going to die. And it seems like Killjoys, unless you're Hannah John Kamen, you're going to die. And it's just started to drive me nuts. That on this show, if it's a female character, I just go, she's dead. I don't care what her name is. I don't care where she comes from. She's dead. So there's that. So if you haven't watched the show before, don't get attached to a female character other than the main actress. And this year she plays 2 different characters because why not? For number 6, I'm going to go ahead and just shorten it. Fear the Walking Dead. I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, where's The Walking Dead on your list? I have not watched any of The Walking Dead since they had Glenn beat to death with a baseball bat. And I read the synopsis of each episode, I read the reviews of each episode, and none of it made any sense to me. It was like they took the characters and they changed them, and they drew everything out. The Walking Dead is one of the worst shows for just having episodes that don't do anything. You start watching, you go, all right, so they're going to give us a bit of a background on this character. And then an hour later, you're like, oh, the entire episode was just background on that character. I wasted an hour of my life. Nothing has advanced, the plot's still where it was, and I didn't care about that character either. So, Fear the Walking Dead for me is better. Fear the Walking Dead is fun. They've started to advance the characters. I greatly enjoy Alicia Demnam Carey, I believe is her full name. The actress that plays the mother, I greatly enjoy her. And I've started to enjoy Nick. Nick, I thought was pointless towards the end of last season. I was like, please kill off Nick. I've started to enjoy him this season. So, there's hope. And Ophelia started to show some depth. And I thought the way they did the whole storyline of the natives wanting the land, the farm, and the way and all that opposition, I thought that was done really, really well. So that takes out Fear the Walking Dead. Number 5, I haven't watched this season yet, so no spoilers, please. I enjoy The Flash. The Flash would be higher on my list if the antagonist wasn't actually the main character. Seriously, if there's a catastrophe happening on the Flash caused it. He caused everything. Always causes everything. And every time everything is, oh, everything's going great. Everybody's happy. Time to go back in time and change the storyline. No, don't stop going back in time and changing everything, because you're going to screw it up. And stop putting them together with Iris. Stop it. They ruined Iris as a character in season 2, and it just hasn't got better. Now, Arrow is not up here because I lost track of Arrow a couple years ago. I didn't like where that was headed. I liked some of the Merlin stuff, and then the Ra's al Ghul stuff got in, and Merlin was Ra's al Ghul, and while I love me some Jack Harkness, who doesn't love themselves some Jack Harkness? He's a beautiful man. I'm straight, but John Barrowman's a beautiful man, and if I met him at a convention and I could give the man a kiss on the cheek, I'd absolutely do it. He's a beautiful man. Torchwood, which I haven't watched before. Yvonne's a big proponent of and wants me to watch Torchwood with her. We have to buy it first. I know there's fans out there going, haven't watched Torchwood? No, I haven't, and I love Jack Harkness. So for me, Arrow isn't on the top 10. Knowing that the Black Canary is gone has kind of upset me greatly. So, The Flash. Of course, the Black Canary, played by Katie Cassidy, who started off in Supernatural. For hockey fans, you're going to notice I remember actresses' names a lot better than hockey names. Strange how that works, isn't it? Number 4, and I honestly am surprised to have this one at 4. But I thought this season took a step back. I just finished the trilogy of episodes with the monks. And my God, I should get a medal for making it through all 3 episodes, because none of them made any sense compared to the one that came before. First episode, I'm like, all right, they want to take over the world, and they're trying to figure out the most insidious way to do it. All right, they're figuring out the most nasty way to do it. Then the second episode, I'm like, we have to love them for them to take over the world. And then the third one was, if we stop loving them, they don't run the world anymore. It's really simple to defeat these guys that it's been 3 episodes of build-up for. And then when they're defeated, it's just everybody forgets they existed. And I'm like, I literally wasted 3 hours of my life. If it wasn't for Missy, tremendous props to Missy for being the most interesting character in this season of Doctor Who. I will get through it because Missy is that interesting and shows actual growth for the Master. Never thought I'd see the day I said that. So, who do I put at 3? Well, I know there's only been 1 season, but there's supposed to be a second season. And after The Defenders, I expect a second season of Jessica Jones, because that is some of the most riveting TV ever. And I know it's a Netflix series, but Jessica Jones is fantastic. And it shows how if you take comic book material and you treat it seriously, and you actually try to make that comic book character 3D and human and fallible, you make a fantastic series. And David Tennant, who was the Doctor, the 10th Doctor, is one of the greatest villains in the history of anything. Kilgrave was just horrible. And you really genuinely want him to die in the series. You really... And I remember start watching and thinking, I can't hate David Tennant. He's the Doctor. I don't know how this is going to work. By the end of the second episode, I'm like, yeah, he's got to die. He's got to go. So, props to Jessica Jones on that one. So that leaves 2 series left. Orphan Black and Dark Matter. So Dark and Black. Gotta be one or the other, right? For me, number 2, I'll say Dark Matter. And number 1, Orphan Black. And I'm going to say right now, I have not watched any of the 5th season of Orphan Black. No spoilers. Dark Matter, I'm almost... Well, not really caught up on Dark Matter either. Dark Matter, I'm still about 6 episodes back. Here's the thing. So Orphan Black, you have Tatiana Maslany playing various clones of the same person. But because those clones have all been raised separately, they've all got completely different personalities, different accents, different mannerisms, different everything. When Tatiana Maslany plays Allison pretending to be Sarah, she's playing a clone pretending to be another clone. She does it so well. You believe you're watching Allison pretending to be Sarah. You're watching Sarah pretending to be Beth. You're watching any of them pretend to be anybody else. And you totally buy that Maslany is pretending to be a clone of a clone. It is brilliant acting. It is the reason why whenever she gets nominated and doesn't win Best Actress, people go nuts. And I've been one of them who said it's not right that she doesn't win. I don't think awards make a huge difference in terms of ratings and in terms of how well a show does. I think it's a bigger effect when a movie wins an Oscar than it is for a TV show to win an Emmy. But it's nice to see her get some kind of credit because she's fantastic. Dark Matter, you have a show that starts off with 6 people who wake up, don't remember their names, and they're assigned numbers. They were all criminals in their past lives, so when their memories show up, they're pricks. And there are episodes where all of their memories show up and they're pricks, and some of them go back to being just numbers, and some of them remain pricks. It's been fun watching this season. I'm partway through season 3. In that you're watching them... Is it 3 or 4? I'm pretty sure it's 3. Anyways, I'm halfway through this season. And for me, it's a joy to watch as they develop. As now they've got the alternate universe in there too. So you have alternate versions of them. The versions of them with their memories, fighting with the version of them that's got no access to their memories. There's so much fun to be had here. And I really enjoy it. I really think that as the season rolls on, I enjoy it more. And much like Killjoys, it has its peaks and valleys. But for me, the peaks in Dark Matter keep it up here. And Killjoys is a little bit below. Orphan Black, on the other hand, it's just a roller coaster ride from start to finish. But the quality stays up here. So emotionally, you just feel like you go from angry to overjoyed. You're laughing, you're crying. You go through all this in minutes. It's a fantastic show. So those are my 10 favorite shows on TV. Feel free to share your 10 favorite shows in the comment section below. And again, I know people are going to be upset with me because I don't have Game of Thrones. I don't have Mad Men in there. Well, Mad Men's over. I'm trying to avoid series that are over rather than Orphan Black, which is finishing up. But Game of Thrones just didn't do it for me. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. I know I haven't been doing videos as much for this channel as I've wanted to. But with job situations being kind of potentially fluid in the coming couple of months, I may have a lot more time to spend with you people talking about movies and television and my favorite stuff to watch on it. On the big screen and the small screen. So hopefully you guys will all be there for me. Hopefully we can grow this channel to a nice, decent size. And thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.